the person I talked to said that these sounds in the sky, that they happen before humongous earthquakes. And then we're talking about the 9 plus earthquakes, the 8.5s, the things that change the time of the planet. Okay, so I want to talk about the humming. I think it's a much bigger deal, and I'll just give you my personal opinion about it and what I've heard and what I've heard from folks that are actually high-ranking officials. And I'm talking about, well, one in particular has told me what this humming is. If you've never seen it or heard it, here's the thing. I think that there's a lot of stuff going on to confuse people on what it is, and it goes up and down in popularity of when people are talking about it. Usually it surrounds a really good case of somebody on YouTube catching it. And there is no denying it, period, at this point, because so many millions have heard it. They heard it at a live ball game. I don't know if you guys have seen that. The trumpets in the sky, it's a sound that emanates from just everywhere. I mean, it is the creepiest thing you will ever hear, and it literally sounds like trumpets.
Guys, what is going on?
Strange sounds are being... Weird mystery.
And if you remember the planet rung like a bell, there's all these other things. I want to tie in the fact, so the person that I talked to said that it is Earth shifting. What they are saying now, and we're going to talk about that here, they say that it is an underwater volcano. There's all sorts of things. It says, researchers used multi-beam sonar to find the underwater volcano. The reflected sonar waves revealed the outline of underwater volcano and the gassy plume rising from it. A strange seismic event off the coast of Africa led scientists to a mighty finding, the discovery of the largest underwater volcanic eruptions ever recorded. It says that the eruption also may explain a weird seismic event recorded in November 2018, just off the island of Mayotte, located between Madagascar and Mozambique in the Indian Ocean. Researchers described that event as a seismic hum that circled the world, but no one could figure out what sparked it. Something is happening underneath our feet. The world is shifting, the tectonic plates, something is happening other than our normal earthquakes. What they also said is, the person I talked to said that these sounds in the sky, they not only think that they are going to go up again, that they happen before humongous earthquakes. And then we're talking about the 9 plus earthquakes, the 8.5s, the things that change the time of the planet, like 2004 Boxing Day. And the other one, of course, these 9.0 earthquakes, Japan, 2011. So all sorts of new reports of this trumpet sounds going on now. Have you heard it? Have your friends heard it? Everyone else says that there's something, this and that. No one has a 100% completely honest answer on it. People have caught it hundreds of thousands of times now. What the hell is it? Well, what I think, and this is my personal opinion, and you feel free to call in with yours, after talking with some folks that are in the know, I believe that something is going on, and it might be caused, they say HAARP, they say all this other things. It could be a million different reasons. But I think something is going on underwater, and all these military are going up to Antarctica. We've got the pole shift. We've got all sorts of things happening all at once. So I think they're all connected. They very well could be connected to space. All the branches are setting aside money for something that's going to happen in space. I don't know what's going on exactly, but I do think, from what I do know and from who I have talked to, is that something is shifting and it's getting ready for another either release or something, but they know about it. And it's something way beyond what that person could tell me. So as far as the hum, I guess you're not a believer, and it's not like it's not confirmed. The baseball event, that was just incredibly creepy. Let's see here.
That's a haunting sound, if we've ever heard one. One ball, no strikes. And the bunt is foul. The count is 1-1.
And what could that possibly be? Somebody shut the door.
It sounds supernatural.
Now that second one was not. That was not speakers. That was the entire stadium talked to local news, and they just absolutely, everybody was freaked out by it. I mean, everybody that was at that game said it was the weirdest sound they could ever hear. It wasn't a plane. It sounded like the entire earth, like something was off earth idling, like something was in the sky. Somebody even said that it was like, he said that it was like where earth is on an alien's coffee table, and an alien coughed or something, and it just echoed around the entire earth. I thought that was the most interesting thing that was said, because, you know, to think about it, what if we were just some tiny little petri dish experiment, and some big being is up there coughing, and we hear raw. Something is going on with our earth, and maybe it's something that is God related, something that is coming back. Maybe those are the trumpets. Whatever it may be, they are definitely nervous about it. All right, up next we have Kara. Kara or Kara?
Kara.
Kara.
It doesn't matter.
What is going on? So it says here that something
yes,
here.
I have a video of some sky. I thought it was coming from the sky, but I've had all kinds of people, because it happened in 2017, and I've also got a letter from MUFON about it, even though I didn't report it. Someone else had reported it, and I gave the how to get there to Dex. I don't know if you.
Yep, I already got it. So I'm pulling up the video right now. So you thought that this was the strange humming?
Well, what it was at first, I was sitting in my room on my computer.
Are y'all hearing
electric
this?
box.
Just started.
Because it's my amp thing, or the fuse box is next to my computer desk. And I all of a sudden started hearing what sounded like a plane sitting over the house for about 10 minutes. So I went outside, and it was extremely loud. And then all of a sudden it starts making the boom. You want to play the video?
Okay, so I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna mute you out. Should I play the whole thing, or is there kind of a starter?
About 2:10 or around 2:10, it'll is when the good parts of it are.
Okay, perfect.
And my dogs start barking towards the end. You'll see.
Okay. All right, I'm going to mute you for a second, and I'll pull you back in. So this is submitted by Kara, and I'll make sure to show her channel here in a second. Listen. Oh, by the way, also just a general suggestion for my show, at least, is get your earphones on. A lot of people say, something's not loud enough, something's not. Get some earphones on and set it to the right thing, because we do pay attention to the sound as well.
Okay. Are y'all hearing this? This has just started happening, and it's not stopped. It sounds like an airplane, but it's not. And it sounds like it's everywhere above us, but I can't see anything. We're in Lake Charles, Louisiana, 916 Audubon Drive. It's about 8:45 p.m.
Creepy. Okay, you hear the negative noise. Okay, now I'm going to go to where she said 210. gonna start here.
Oh, by the way, it's coming from towards Texas, the east, southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana. And it's definitely coming from the Texas side. Here it comes again. It sounds like bands of wind hitting against each other.
Oh my God, I'm watching the sound waves on my side. Oh, that
Almost sounds like a train, but it's not. Definitely not. No
that
trains
is
that
so
close around here.
creepy. I'm watching it on my equalizer going.
I hope it's not a nuclear weapon or a plant on fire.
Oh my God, that is creepy.
Notice the sound is not getting closer or further away. You can't see this on my film, but there are some stars that keep appearing and disappearing. This is freaking strange. My dogs are tripping. What is it, Teddy? What is it, baby bear? What the hell is this?
Oh my God, the creepiest part is it sounds like it's getting closer and the dogs
Okay,
start
it sounds
barking.
like it's getting closer a little bit. Shh. What the heck is that? Hush. Hush, Hillary. Hillary, stop. What in the world?
Oh, that is so creepy.
It's like been 20 minutes now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to show you her channel so you can go, say you don't have earphones now, later on, or you get some earphones, you can go to this channel and you can check it out. I have the earphones in, and then I'm looking at the equalizer, and the equalizer is doing this weird low whoosh, 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 and she's totally great description of it. I'm gonna pull Kara back in. It's called Drums, Booms, Sky Noises, Strange, Unknown, Loud Sounds Over Southwest LA. Kara Fuse is the channel. Would love for everybody to love mob her. She's one of the Foogle Fam members now, and let's make her feel like it. All right, Kara, that is so creepy. You're back online.
I know. What was your caller before me, Donna? She's like said the same thing that happened with me. None of my neighbors were outside, and it was so loud that it was rumbling the windows on my house. But what was so weird is that in the video, you notice like where it gets silent for a little bit. As I went inside, it got silent. When I came back outside, it got loud again, which is unexplainable to me why that happened. But the dogs were jumping up at the sky barking when this was going on. And that really made me like get the chills. And you can tell in the video I was all shaky. But they didn't hear it a mile away where my husband was working that night. And it was kind of late at night. Well, I'm going to read you now the letter that I got from MUFON that they say someone had reported. And they wanted to contact me about my video. It first got the video listing, and then it says, the sounds you are hearing are coming from the Chennault International Airport. It is approximately 5 miles east of your address. This is an industrial complex for aircraft repair, maintenance, and overhaul. Northrop Grumman is one of its tenants. They provide maintenance for the Joint Stars military aircraft for the U.S. Air Force. When looking at the airport satellite view, there is a designated area of aircraft that run tests. The satellite view shows that the two jet craft parked side by side with the tail end facing a solid blast vent. So he was telling me that this was a solid blast vent, which I know that I've heard that. And there are parts that kind of sound like that, but if you've got your, headphones on, you can
This
really
is the coolest part. So this is the coolest part because she heard what she heard. She says what it is. If you listen to that video, maybe someone can go, that's what it is, maybe not, right? But I love that somebody else sent her video to MUFON. MUFON did what they say, they did their research, and they said, funny enough, Northrop Grumman, out of all names for you to say, I don't know if you saw the beginning of the show, but we just talked about how they're going to the moon and they're involved with the super laser.
And they build things here too. My friends have worked for Grumman here for years, and they tell me that they're not working on anything but, regular planes, but I don't think they know either way what they were working on. But they are here working, but it was 9 o'clock at night, and they don't do that normally here. I've never heard it, but I have heard the noises since then, but it was early in the morning, and I looked up at the sky, and it was completely cloud covered. So we have those Foogle trains that come through here.
I'm sorry, that was the creepiest sound ever. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Kara. Do I have your permission to reshare that as well on my Twitter and other sources?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Kara Fuse.
I love y'all.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling, and I appreciate you. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Oh, and everybody hit the thumbs up.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You have a good night. Armageddon, maybe. Can you hear that strange humming noise on the East Coast? Residents are being haunted by a mysterious humming noise on the east coast of East Anglia. It says that they constantly hear a dull hum. It says, while their cases vary, all agree it is a continuous hum, which can sometimes be felt and is incredibly annoying. Which, by the way, I saw somebody say, is it not 5G? No, this has been going on since before 5G, since before any of it, and it is so much louder than anything from 5G could produce. HARP was the most sensible answer in my head for the last 4 years. I've always thought, it's HARP, but I don't think that anymore, and just because. I have talked to some people, I'm like, wow, this makes me scratch my head. And it's something that's been completely overlooked. It's Nigel George says, who lives in Pakefield, said it sounds like a low-pitched drone. It kind of fades and comes back sometimes. It's more like air vibrating rather than a sound. The 54-year-old took to social media to see if anyone else had experienced it, with dozens of people coming forward. Theories as to the source of the noise range from a ship's engines to turbines to factory noise. My friend Ohio Gravy, you guys, if you've been around the channel for a long time, she used to hang out here a lot. She actually heard it when we were all on in a room basically, and you could hear it in the background. I mean, this is nuts. She said that she heard it, and there was sound all outside, and she was scared. She was legitimately scared. This was like probably last year. He said, from the comments on my thread, either boat engines on the docks or machinery on an industrial estate. Quote, it's not the wind turbines, as I know the people that run cabling company Livingstone, and it's not airplanes either. I used to sleep well, but not so much now. I tried earplugs, makes no difference. So the fact that earplugs make no difference, that says it's something that's like guttural. That's something that you feel. So I'm trying to get a hold of Glenn McPherson. That's the gentleman who has been all over the news. Glenn McPherson, I really want to reach out to because of his expertise. He is the one who started the World Hum Project. If you've never seen the World Hum Project, just to show you real quick, you can actually go to World Hum Project. You will see this database of all of the different reports. In fact, there's a map that shows exactly where people are hearing it. And they say 2 to 4% of the population has already heard it. And some are actually more sensitive to it. So if you guys want to help support the channel, please keep in mind that if you want to protect yourself from an EMP, there's a reason why we work with this company. We work with this company because we believe there is going to be an event. It's not, it's not something that people want to admit to. The government had to admit when T-Man came into office, they had to admit that our grid was so horribly underprepared for an EMP or a device like it or attacks that he actually did something about it and he signed an order. So again, EMP Shield is an awesome company. They have actually helped people in this family. They're also helping the DoD, the Department of Defense, and Homeland Security. It is the world's first EMP protection technology for your house. You can get one for your generator. It actually grounds the signal or the pulse before it can fry any of your devices, before it can fry your home, before it can fry your car. They have a device for everything. So make sure to go to marfooglenews.com/EMP or use the promo code MARF when you go get one, and you can get $50 off of each device. And then, of course, the home EMP protection device is the lowest it's ever been at $100 off. These are absolutely 100% military tested by Keystone. There's no wrong. Even if you don't go through us, this helps our channel. A small commission goes to us. We are trying to expand. We're trying to bring 2 more people on. We're trying to actually turn this into a news agency. We depend on your guys' support. You can go to marfooglenews.com/EMP.
You want to know what's going on? What's really going on when it happens? Go to marfooglenews.com and get Marfoogle alerts along with a Discord invitation where you can find your local state group and get together with the Foogle Fam. You'll find fast friends where you'll share prep and intel, and there's even special groups for former and current military. But don't try and steal the valor of those who have really served. It won't go well for you. The Marfoogle Fam is waiting for you.